MotorWeek is made possible by Cars.com. Your host for MotorWeek, John Davis.
Well, hello and welcome again to MotorWeek. We're glad to have you with us. While Chrysler invented the front-wheel drive minivan in 1983, the concept of a car-like people mover really dates back to 1950 and the rear-wheel drive Volkswagen microbus. So what would happen if these two pioneers joined forces to produce a new minivan? Well, that's just what they did, and this Volkswagen Routan is the offspring. So let's see if this unique blending of cultures is a marriage made for American driveways. Its name may sound odd, but to the eye, the 2009 Volkswagen Routan looks oh so familiar. And why shouldn't it? This Germanized kit carrier is not only built on the Chrysler minivan platform, it's assembled side by side with its American counterparts at Chrysler's Windsor, Ontario plant. Like the Dodge Grand Caravan and Chrysler Town & Country, the Routan's tall two-box form is defined by slab sides and sharp edges. The sharing of sheet metal is undeniable. But the Routan has some expected Euro flair with unique VW front and rear ends. Hood lines are smoother and there's a prettier union of headlights with the fenders. The same goes for the taillights and hatch spoiler. Mid-section body panels have also been tweaked to give the Routan a more sculpted look, so it may be badge engineering, but it's been done with some style. That's even truer inside. The Routan has an overall richer cabin than the Grand Caravan. VW took the same dash structure and really dressed it up, including the gauges that now have a premium appearance. One thing we've criticized on our long-term Grand Caravan is the low-ball look of the dash-mounted gear shift. The Routan uses different trim and almost turns a sow's ear into a silk purse. We also found the front seats to be more comfortable and supportive, and with optional adjustable pedals, everyone found a seating position they liked. Although the Routan's 3-row, 7-passenger layout is totally familiar, it lacks two of Chrysler's most significant minivan innovations. One is stow-and-go fold-into-the-floor second-row seating, and the other is the RV-like swivel-and-go seat system with its removable table. Chrysler has kept those for itself. Nevertheless, features such as reclining and fold-flat second-row seats and rear HVAC keep the Routan competitive with other import-brand minivans. The Routan does offer minivan must-haves like dual power sliding side doors on all but the base model. The top-level SEL includes a power liftgate. Protection for the whole family comes from front and all-row side curtain airbags. On the infotainment front, options include touchscreen navigation, a 506-watt premium stereo, and a 30-gig Joybox multimedia system for storing music and pictures. Like Chrysler vans, the optional rear seat DVD entertainment system sports two screens, one for the second row and one for the third. For everyday convenience, there are lots of cup holders, two glove boxes, a new dash-top storage bin, conversation mirror, and optional overhead console. Maximum cargo capacity for the Routan is the same as its Chrysler cousins, 144 cubic feet. But having to remove and stow the second row seats is a bother. In-floor storage space is welcome for smaller items. Front drive Routan power comes from two Chrysler V6s. Standard is a pushrod 3.8-liter rated at 197 horsepower and 230 pound-feet of torque. Optional is Chrysler's newer 4-liter overhead cam V6 with 253 horses and 262 pound-feet of torque. Our 3.8 tester had more than adequate power for moving assertively through in-town traffic and passing with confidence on the highway. A 6-speed automatic with manual mode is the only gearbox. Government fuel economy ratings for the 3.8 Routan are 16 city, 23 highway on regular gas. We managed a combined test mileage loop of 20.4 miles per gallon. The Routan 3.8's energy impact score is a hefty 19 barrels of oil consumed per year. It has a carbon footprint of 10.2 annual tons of CO2 emitted. That's on par with other minivans and better than most larger utilities. Another notable difference between Routan and Chrysler vans is the drive experience. Thanks to somewhat firmer suspension tuning, there is a definite Euro ride quality that we liked, along with more steering feedback. In corners, there is also a more secure feel with less rocking and rolling. Still, like our long-term Grand Caravan, sharp bumps produce too much rear suspension noise. Standard electronic stability program and all disc brakes with ABS complete the picture of a very competent minivan performance. But even with its premium appeal, the Routan is priced near its Chrysler kin. The Routan S starts at $25,950. The mid-level SE begins at $30,450. And the top-tier SEL stickers for $34,350. Rather than a clash of cultures, the 2009 Volkswagen Routan is an American minivan with an inviting German accent. Any shortcomings in flexibility are more than made up for in Euro styling and drivability. And it's a far more competitive vehicle than other recent VW van efforts. So while not nearly as cute as the original microbus, Routan provides Volkswagen a minivan for America that needs no translation.